Right, here we go. First round of the Valero Texas Open at San Antonio, I think. Yeah. So we do.
.2K Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're in the great state of Texas this week. Our first round coverage of the Valero Texas Open is about to begin. Hello all, I'm Luke Elvey. It's terrific to have your company as always here at 2K Sports. Alongside me in the booth is Rich Beam, and out on the course is Henny Quack and John McCarthy following all the action. And Rich, I don't know about you, mate, but I'm excited about this day. Our featured player has a rivalry brewing with another one out on the course. We'll deal with that shortly. But firstly, take us through this course.
I'm having a hard time coming up with one that's a little more fiery, I would say, than San Antonio. It's just a golf course that I think it was designed, Luke, to play firm and fast with winds mostly blowing out of the south. But what happens is, as we normally play it, they overseed the fairways, they overseed the rough, which slows everything down. And then at least one day a week, you've got some north winds that, slow everything down. And this golf course is just, it's painful. It really can be no fun to play. You got to drive the golf ball here. Danger everywhere off the fairways. A few years back, one of the guys who was playing in front of me made a 16 on the 9th hole, and that was kind of interesting, but that's what can happen in a hurry out here.
We head down to the first hole. And as we teased in the introduction, there does appear to be some sort of a rivalry that's taken shape here. Henny, what's the insight from your perspective?
Luke, these two players, well, things have gotten quite heated in this rivalry. I think no matter what happens on a golfing level today, there won't be any sort of friendship lost here. It's almost going to be a game within a game.
Thanks, Henny. That should definitely add an extra layer of excitement to our broadcast this week. TPC San Antonio, Rich, is one of the stern tests on the PGA Tour, and you get an examination right out of the gates.
Second shot on this golf course, Luke, is one of the most difficult on this golf course. A deep bunker out to the right. The green runs away on the right-hand side. A tiny target for sure with the second shots.
That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Oh, just missed. He has this putt to save his par. That's disappointing. This one for bogey. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on.
Yeah, a bit of a rocky start, but let's face it, 17 holes left to play, Luke. There's lots of times to make up for that mistake.
Is currently tied for 13th on the leaderboard. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there. Time for the second shot here on the second hole. This one should find the rough. And here we are with the third shot. Well, that'll play. That'll help make a big move. And it's time to recap that play.
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
Currently 1 under for the event. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot, but some work to do, however. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Oh, this is going hard left.
That's a well-played hole, but in the end, just tap it in for a par. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. He's currently tied 4th for the tournament. The 4th is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
Oh, well done. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Fingers crossed for a good kick to the left. Oh, this one looks pretty handy here.
Justin Thomas, who? He looks like he's having an absolute blast out there today. That was a fantastic shot into this green.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. The 5th is one of the shorter par 4s on the property, right on 400 yards.
Players must make a decision whether to go for it or lay up short of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. This green is perched above the players ever so slightly, and there's a spine running right through the center of it with a low area on the left-hand side. No matter whether you go for it or you lay up, this is a wonderful birdie opportunity. The tempo there was exquisite.
Second shot here on the 5th. Well, that one is looking like it's going straight down the pipe. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
This here for a share of second on the leaderboard. Oh, that would have been nice to make. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. Second shot here on the 6th. And that was a bit of a misfire.
Shocking, a missed green in regulation.
"12 feet to the cup coming up.
A good look at par here.
And he's down there. You got a read?
You know, I've been prowling around. It's definitely uphill and moving to the right-hand side.
Putting now for a bogey.
Not a long putt, but definitely has some left to right movement in it.
And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And after that, he'll drop to 1 under par. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the 3rd hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
Opting for the 3-iron here. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say. This is his second shot. Good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
Trying to save par here.
Currently 1 under for the round. On the tee now, the par 5 8th hole. Absolutely flushed. You know, the Valero Texas Open is such a hugely popular and famous event in this great state of Texas. I know as a proud Texan, Beamer, this was one you wanted to win at some stage in your life. You get the cowboy boots for winning here. But TPC San Antonio, it really sorts out the players, doesn't it?
It does that and possibly more, Luke. I have to say that coming to this tournament, since its inception here at TPC San Antonio, I was a little dumbfounded on exactly how to play it because there was danger everywhere. It's just one of these golf courses where it's relentless, where you just don't feel like you stand on any particular shot and feel like it's easy. Like you can breathe easily and go ahead and let it go. Maybe on 1 or 2 holes, but that's about it. There is danger seemingly everywhere, especially off the tee around this golf course. Most notably, the 9th hole, where one player hit his first shot to the right, and then it stayed right, and then stayed right, and then all added up to a 16. So there you go. I think that's the highest score ever recorded at a PGA Tour event as well, a 16. Where? At TPC San Antonio.
This is a fairly lengthy putt here. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've got it going right to left here.
It's just about 3 feet away. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. Oh, that's a sweet-looking swing, that one. From around 180 yards out.
Feeling strong, going for less club.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Feet left to the hole.
Now this is important. This for par.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Right to lefter, up the hill. Can be positive with this one.
Yeah, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Rich, how are we looking after 9?
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Playing this one about 130 yards out. Well, that'll work there. An opportunity for a birdie here. And that should secure the par on this one. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Yeah, he's got roughly 110 to the pin here.
Just a little off with the accuracy there, unable to find the green. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. If he makes this, he'll save his par. Ooh. This next putt is for bogey.
I'm not sure there's much things more difficult, guys, than a short, little left-er.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. We'll reach this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by two of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
That swing reminded me of smooth jazz. Great rhythm.
Even for the day. Just needs this one to kick right. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. And now this, to get into a share of 6th on the leaderboard. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
Looks like about 23 feet to the cup.
So close. Big putt for par coming up. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. 13's a long par 3, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. You come up short in those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
It's just a tad offline, that one. Headed towards the left. Second shot here on their 13th hole.
Come on, don't be shy.
That is a high-level shot. Well played.
He's only gone and chipped in for birdie. Nice. I'm glad we get to see this again. This one should be practiced at home.
And that will take him now to 1 under for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard, I like it.
What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Oh my, that was launched. Rich going for this green in 2. Plenty of sand there to mess with your golf ball.
It requires accuracy. There's no doubt about that. There are bunkers both right and left that can certainly gobble up your golf ball if you get a little bit offline. Anything missing a little bit long and left, however, though, that is a good spot to miss it.
Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
A chance to move into the top 5 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
18-footer here is what he's facing.
So close to the eagle. And now this, to move into a tie for 3rd place. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies. And now moving into the top 5 as well. Our leader is currently out by 4 strokes as we check the standings. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
He's setting up for his 2nd shot. 5 shots off the pace. Well, the main thing is he's out of the bunker, but is now faced with a massive putt. Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
There's a slope here, and it's going to go right to left on the slope.
Let's come off the blade beautifully.
Looking good.
This one might go down. That was a nice putt. Had a good looking line, plenty of speed, but just didn't drop. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Time to take a look at the leaderboard, and it's a 4-stroke buffer for our leader. As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Yeah, that was a safe play. Steps up to a putt of about 15 feet in distance. I don't mind the look of this. Nice one. Fourth birdie of the day. And that will take him to 4 under. Currently has a share of second place. The 17th is certainly a fun hole. The question really is, should players go for it or lay up?
Depending on where they put the tee box, Luke, most players should be going for this green. Anything just short and left could find that deep bunker fronting a green, but to be fair, that's not a bad miss. The one you want to avoid at all costs is the one on the right-hand side, because nobody, not even professionals, like a 60-yard bunker shot.
Lovely, lovely rhythm.
Time for the second shot at the 17th. A quality shot, that.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
Good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under. John, what's the line on this putt?
This one's breaking left to right.
Looking really good, this one. Was that a bit of a miss strike? Just a short putt remaining here. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. Trailing by 4 strokes. Reached the finishing hole here at TPC San Antonio. Very famous with that creek meandering up through the last half of it. It's a great par 5.
Only the bravest of the brave will be going for this green in 2. Just a tee shot down the left-hand side and a layup, a difficult one at that, up the right-hand side. You must avoid the bunkers and the water with your second. Third shot past the creek to a green that sits above you that has 3 distinct tiers on it. Getting it close here requires a deft touch.
That's not the one he wanted. Time for the second shot on the 18th. Good shot there, Beamer. He's standing over his third shot.
Went straight down.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Yes, just a bit outside there, Luke.
This would be a great up and down. That's a wonderfully played chip shot there. 3 feet to go here to the hole. He finishes up with a par at the last. As he finishes his round, he'll wind up in a share of 4th spot on the leaderboard.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time.
3 under, not bad. What do we get? Not a lot, I don't think. No. You follow us up? Some fittings and a round reward. Yeah, the followers. There's a particular career one. Here we go. Where is it? Hang on, bear with me. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. This particular one in my career. There it is. Sorry, what's that? There we go. Yeah, 10 million followers we've got to get to. Not far away from the next one. Thanks for watching.